Yes, Kabam have confirmed Sam Wilson and Misty Knight are coming to the game. Woohoo! Lunar Event drops later on today. We're going to look into a bit more of that. Summoner's Choice results are dropping later today. Also, Kabam respond to Rebalance Backlash and much, much more.
And we're back with more DPTV.
No, it's Marvel Contest of Champions news show.
Your life had fallen apart.
My life hasn't fallen
Before
apart.
or after you spent all your money on superhero toys?
Shut up! Make sure to do the usual by hitting the like button, subscribe with post notifications on all, support the channel, please do, as we try and hit 70,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Help the movement. And a big fat thank you to those that support the channel as a YouTube member and as a Patreon. You're on screen right now. Thank you very much for giving the love and support, especially during those hard times that do come with the start of the year. Also, there's support on twitch.tv/RichTheMan live. Should be doing a little bit of either arena grinding and maybe a little bit of 7.2.6 as we take on the Gwenmaster for the third time. So that should be fun stuff. Also, if you want to check out a podcast, myself and Dan have done one about the champ balance system, which is links are in the description down below. We kick off the show by talking about the Summoner's Choice vote. As a lot of you know, the results drop today, 31st of January, as it says there. And let's face it, it's going to be 10 AM PST as most things will drop. It's very busy because we've also got the Lunar Event dropping in as well. I'm going to be doing a video to coincide with this, and that is going to be all about how many 6-star shards and potentially 5-star shards you can get before the respective featured crystals for this champion drops in. I mean, let's face it, it's more than likely going to be Quicksilver. But I thought I'd do a video that kind of showed, like, well, if you wanted to save right now, and based on the correlation of release that we had with Hercules, you could logically guess, okay, when the featured comes in, and how much the volume of 6-star shards and 5-star shards you could save up before that particular time. And it could be a really fun little video that could help out some players if they are solely looking forward to that particular featured. In any case, later on today, 10 AM PST, January 31st, we'll probably see the results of who's going to win between Agatha Harkness and Quicksilver. And let's face it, it's more than likely going to be Quicksilver. Next up, but on to a bug that hasn't been dealt with for a very long time. So you can see right here, the title says Thor Ragnarok / Loki synergy not working. Now, what that particular synergy is something that is meant to be, as said here, the Loki synergy is supposed to give Thor Ragnarok 100% chance for a combo shield for 10 seconds. In the attached screenshots, you can see where I obtained 15 combo, then hit myself by a heavy. The combo shield activates, but Thor loses his combo. Now, this has been confirmed as a bug, and there is video evidence to showcase this. But you see on screen right now, the combo shields come up. It's done nothing because the combos are lost. So yeah. Not working, and definitely wasn't working as of December 2021. Any update on that? No. So far, the team is still investigating this issue and attempting to zero in a fix. Once we have more definitive information to share, we'll let everyone know. So it's not going to. If you are interested in that synergy, it's hopefully going to be fixed down the line. But we hope for a lot of things to be fixed down the line. It just take a long time to do that. Let's move on now to talk about the upcoming events. The upcoming side event, which is dropping a week Wednesday, and also the Year of the Tiger, which is the Lunar New Year event dropping later on today. Also, I must point out, like Modo Television Network, which they call the MCN, are they taking a pot shot at me? If so, my response to that would be, how's that champion rebalance update going? Not well? Oh well. Oh, how sad. In any case, I'm going to be doing like some stuff that kind of breaks down the Lunar Event later on today or tomorrow, more likely tomorrow, because apparently it's midnight when the Lunar Event drops here in the UK. So I probably will be doing something as a video tomorrow, and then I'll be doing a video on various different things when the store drops. I have done a couple videos already on this, but I kind of feel like I need to have it on screen to kind of like showcase stuff of like advice, visually versus spreadsheets, and I did have a spreadsheet for it, which if you saw yesterday's video, you'll know about. I'll do like an update on that as well, just to kind of bring it up to kind of like code and kind of figure out some better strategies and things like that. In any case, the stores look pretty cool, and with a combination of a very weird thing, which is a selector, by the way. There is a selector. You can choose either 3,000 6-star shards or a mythic crystal. There is a good chance that you could pick yourself up close to, I think it's like 13,000 6-star shards. So that's pretty cool. I actually think it's just under 13,000 6-star shards. But in any case, right, that's all good. There's a cool little like crystal as well associated, and the cost per crystal is actually reduced down, which is so much better. Like, I don't know why it's always 4,000 each time, because it does limit the amount that you can actually pick up. So that makes a change. But there are some responses from Kabam Boo we need to have a look at. So as a lot of you know, number 8 is the lucky number for the Lunar New Year celebration, so we're just getting into the spirit of things, and then that's to do with like the buff of the rewards, because I think some people said that the meta for the rewards volume hadn't increased. They've added Grandmaster Crystal Shards, where before they didn't do that, so that's something. And yeah, to confirm 2,000 shards for the special cast and crew crystals, which is reduced in cost. But moving on to something very important. So as a lot of you know, on Friday we did talk about this briefly, and myself and Dan did a podcast yesterday devoted to the coverage of the balancing in MCOC and the new system coming in and the new rating system. The biggest takeaway from this is the pitch. Okay, when you are, and I don't know like the age range of the person watching, but I think a lot of you would understand, if you were a business person like Dragon's Den or I think Shark's Tank or whatever it is in the US, or whatever it is in your respective countries, where you got business people, they got money there and they want to invest. But they want to invest in something that is good. But if the people that are coming to you, Kabam, other people coming to us as players, and they're pitching an idea, you want to get behind the idea. You want to feel like this is a good idea, something that is going to be great. But when the pitch is flat and it doesn't cover and it doesn't explain, then you're there thinking, you're like, well, I can't invest in this. And this is what it kind of felt like to me that this system was, this new rating system first and foremost. Regardless of the point is like, okay, we've got to test champions prior to releasing to games, so therefore they're tested, they're fine, they can function without any kind of exploit or that too overpowered or too underpowered. It's just a case of looking at this and being pitched something by Kabam that ultimately fell flat. And that's really where I kind of like felt this system fell flat. It fell flat because a lot of people just came to different conclusions. And if you're not pitching from what you've advertised something good enough, nobody has the absolute foggiest with what you're doing. And that's the problem Kabam had. They're talking here, I mean, this is Kabam Mike in response to stuff. And you know, some people thought this was going to be a tier list. So I was first of all like, oh, is Kabam doing like a ranking tier list? And Kabam Mike responded back to somebody saying, well, maybe this is not an exact implementation, tier list, rank up list, whatever. I think a lot of people have wanted to make sure that the new champion they've been looking forward to had been better than they got. Yeah, I mean, Odin's still like not exactly what I hoped, but he's still a lot better champion, and I do use him. I'm sure that many would have loved for something like this to be in place for somebody like Super Skrull. It's not really a popular character though. When he was released, the bones are there, but his numbers need some juicing. That I agree with. The numbers are not assessments, they are visual interpretations of data that show how champions stack up in different aspects. This is not a tier list, but a summary of their abilities to do damage, sustainability in a fight, and more. We're not asking for anybody to be doing any testing. Players will continue to play as they always have, and we will collect data exactly as we always have, but we'll now be actioning on the data instead of just looking at it. Okay, I get that, but there's also fundamental problems. Track record, trust, and faith. Those are going to be some key words right now to kind of like take from that section and move into this new one. And that is like, okay, I get the fact that Kabam need to look into data, but the fact is, you know, they've done this before. Again, bringing back trust, faith, and the ability to look at the data. You look at the factors of Invisible Woman and how she needed to be dealt with information and data like is presented on screen right now. That is taken from what would need to be done from an attacking DPS champion. And that's just the problem that I think Kabam have, is like what they determine champions for. For a lot of the time it's going, oh yeah, this is a great defense champion as advertised by Kabam, but at for the same token, it's a case of going like, right, well, is it a defense champion for Alliance Wars and that's its only purpose? Is it a defense champion, or is it kind of like a high utility champion for specific based fights? But the problem is Kabam never build those specific based fights. So going like, oh, well, I need a champion that glances. Oh, there's only a handful of them that do. Oh, well, Xerxes, Captain America, oh, this champion, whatever. It's like, well, you don't ever build the content for the champion specified. So a lot of the times we're looking for workarounds, or we're looking in a different direction. Either way, it's just a case of, again, like trusting, are you actually going to deal with the data? In my mind, it's a case of the champions that should be dealt with first for rebalancing is looking at the champions that are rarely used by players. That would give a good indication of, hey, we need a buffer champion, or we need to look at champions, we need to rebalance champions. Start with the ones no one uses and make them usable. And before I go off on a tangent to kind of like discuss other elements of this, because there's so much more, I will have to go make a separate video. There are some points that I want to end on, especially from a point of coming back to this pitch and advertisement. And that is, again, the pitch is not great. I mean, here's a response here to something which I think is important. So there's no such thing as an ideal rating. Every champion will have different ratings depending on where we expect them to land with the abilities, etc. You'll be free to decide whether you want to chase a champion or not based on these ratings, knowing that there will be a chance that they are going to change if they don't feel they're hitting their mark. Keep in mind that we did this in the past. The majority of those updates were buffs with only 2 nerfs. The biggest point I want to make with this is like, well, that's fine. As I said on Friday, you will have to offer rank down tickets because this is waste of resource for players. If you grind out for an extensive amount of the year, and that is for, you know, a very real thing, that means either Kabam have got to flood the game with more resources for rank up materials because of the loss that you will make if you decide to rank up a champion, and it's going to change in the space of 6 months. And let's face it, that's the perfect window for when the featured crystal comes in. The other element to this is how the rating system is put together. It is not advertised well enough. There's, like, even here, like this on my notes here, champions on no bonuses. Will that be part of the testing to give the rating? Will Suicide Masteries build, non-Suicide Mastery build, and multiple Mastery builds be tested on their own type of fruition of the rating system? So will they have like master, like, you know, more powerful with Mastery A 4, Mastery B 5, you know, those kind of things and those kind of factors. And where will these champions be tested to gather that particular data? You can't just say like, okay, well, this is based on watching the data of players bringing back that info, because it's just, again, it falls back to this whole situation of this was not pitched very well and this wasn't advertised very well. How are players meant to get around an idea if they don't know how these champions are planned to be tested, where, and what are the variables for getting that data? But in any case, I want to end on a positive, and that positive is that we are going to be getting, as you can see here, there's some falcon wings right there, and there's a shield. So we are indeed getting Sam Wilson, Captain America, and I could not be happier. I am so looking forward to this. I just hope that it's done well. A lot of anticipation will be with this, so that's fantastic news to see. Also, the other thing is Misty Knight is going to be the second champion for the month, which again, I am so excited for. Years in the making of hoping for this character to come into the game, and especially because, you know, Misty Knight's a badass. So this is incredible news. Incredibly happy for the month of February, so hell yeah, bring it on. And now we end the show as we normally do on a Monday with arena results for Sauron and the Selector. The results are as follows, with the Selector going for 49 mil. I'm very happy with my predictions for the Selector, or the basic, because 49 mil got the 6-star. I think I predicted, 52 mil previously, and then 17 mil for position 307 for the 5-star, which is great, and it probably meant that it went a lot lower. My prediction was 18 mil, so that's, again, just, I'm happy with that. It's better to be safe than sorry, especially by like just under 200 positions. So it could be a case of 15 mil in the next round may be enough. I'm sticking with 18 mil just to be safe rather than sorry. And also when it comes to Sauron, 59 mil for position 291. The closest coming to the cutoff point was 37 mil at 483, and then 32 mil to get 1% to 5%. 1,000 6-star shards for those who are interested. We don't have any 6-star, no 6-star Sauron results at the moment, but I'm going with 140 mil for Sauron as a 6-star for round 2, 40 mil for the 5-star Sauron, Selector at 52 mil as before, and then Selector 5-star for the basic, 18 mil, but you could go down to 15 mil because it probably went a lot lower than 17. And there we go, that has been the results. That has been the Marvel Contest of Champions news for Monday. Lots of content still to be posted, lots of work to do this week. So all good, looking forward to it. And I'll see you later on for a little bit of live streaming this week. Going to be doing a bit of Gwynmaster, I feel. Cheers everybody, bye bye.